Hi guys, I'm back. Today I want to talk about why it's so important for you to have figured out where you're going. Because you have to have that idea crystal clear in your head, because sometimes life just takes you like by surprise, and when you know where you're going, it doesn't really matter the interference that comes around. It doesn't really matter how much you try to control things will just like happen. And you have to have a clear idea of where you want to go, because it is for certain that the wind is gonna blow all the time, trying to take you away, from your destination. This is what it feels like.
O que fazer quando é impossível evitar? Quando vejo em você.
And if you don't have it like really like a certain and clear idea, once it starts like kind of moving a little this way, you don't notice. And you end up going to a total different direction than you planned, in the first place, because you didn't have a clear idea of where you were going. Because seriously, it feels like every single day, everything around you doesn't really care about where you're going, you know what I mean? Except like your connection, to God, your connection, to the universe, or whatever you want to call. Other than that, things will happen and will try to take you off your path. But if you have a clear idea, you'll be able to recognize it. And why I'm saying this is because in the past, I really didn't have a clear idea. I just had like a really broad view of where I wanted to go. So kind of like, oh, okay, I want to become an artist, and that's it. And that was it. So life kind of pushed me all these different directions, and I didn't really choose much of the stuff that I was doing. And ended up that one day I looked and I was like, oh, I kind of don't like where this is going, And I had to struggle a lot to get, my control back from the situation and start all over with a clear focus of where I'm going. So now it's really easy, because every opportunity or every distraction or everything that comes up, I kind of like know now how to look at it and think, is that taking me any closer to my final destination? And if it's not, I just kind of don't go with it. You know what I mean? And sometimes there are things that I kind of have I doubt that it will take me closer to my destination, so I'm not certain that it will. So what I do is, like, just recently, I thought about, one thing that I could do in order to do another step in my career, okay? But I wasn't really sure that it was gonna take me that way, it could be a distraction. So since I didn't really know, what I did was I wrote an email, introducing myself and everything, but I didn't really make a lot of effort, So I put in God's hands and I said, listen, I'm not going to put a lot of effort in this. So if it's supposed to go, you help me a little bit so that it kind of goes in that direction. But if it's not, just let it be, because I really put no effort at all, introducing myself and everything to that situation. So really, if it happens, it's like a miracle. But at the same time, I did have to, take a step towards it, because if I don't take any action towards it, then it's really not gonna happen. So, and I can't do that, when I'm not certain. So when I'm not certain, this is what I do. I take a little tiny effort towards it, and then if something comes out, it's because it was supposed to come out. This is how I view it. But it's important for you to know your destination, because otherwise you wouldn't even like try different shots on a certain subject. I know that I'm making this like really like broad, because I'm not telling you any story or anything, but it just feels like if I did tell you, maybe you wouldn't relate to it, because it's so specific to my career, So in this way, maybe you can relate, to what I'm saying, that sometimes, you have doubts on things, and maybe this is how you can, approach it. But the most important thing is for you to actually have a clear idea of a defined place you are going, where you want to get to. So anyways, this is just like conversations. Like I said, this channel is going to be about conversations and starting the conversation. So if you think differently, write in the comments below. If you agree, write in the comments below, because otherwise I'll be just like talking to a camera. And what's the point? I already have all these different channels, so I can talk to the camera and, you know, I already talk a lot to the camera. So the point here is for me to meet new people, for me to have a conversation. So write your comments below, and I'll see you next week. Bye.